Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 magic weight loss tricks that are going to help the weight melt off of you. Hello my honeys, it's Emmie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you want to work with me, go to healthyemmie.org or click the link in the down bar. Starting with number 5 and working our way down to number 1. Tip number 5, wait until your body sends you a hunger cue before you begin eating. If you come from a background of dieting, you've probably been taught to suppress the internal cues and focus on the external cues. What do I mean by this? You've probably been taught to listen to a calorie count, or listen to what the number on the scale says, or listen to what a clock says, or listen to what your macros are, instead of listening to your body sending you a signal that it needs more energy. But why would we have these signals from our bodies if we weren't supposed to use them? Your body is not going to send you a hunger signal if it doesn't genuinely need food. I often hear clients say to me, I got a hunger signal and I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of hunger. But your body is not going to falsely send you a hunger signal. Drop from your head, which is telling you these lies, into your body. Your body is so much smarter than you're giving it credit for. And it's carried you through all of these years and all these crazy diets that you've done. So trust it and give it a little credit. I know that a lot of people also struggle with the fact that their body isn't sending them hunger and fullness cues, or they are sending them hunger fullness cues and they don't want to trust them. This is something that I address with my clients in my program, so if you need help with that, please click the link in the down bar. But I mean, think about all these other animals in nature. They don't know what a calorie is and they're doing just fine. There are 3 animals that are overweight and sick, and they are humans, cats, and dogs. And guess what? They all live in a house and they all are eating processed foods made by man. All these other animals in nature that are eating whole natural foods and don't know what calories are, they're doing just fine and they're listening to their body's hunger cues. I encourage you to be a good animal and do the same. Magic weight loss tip number 4 is to track your food. And no, I don't mean track your calories in an app. What I mean is to become conscious and aware of what you're putting in your mouth. This is why I have my clients take pictures of everything that they're eating, and just the act of taking pictures is hugely beneficial because they'll say to me, I didn't realize how much I was eating here and there. It's because we have something known as meal amnesia. It's a survival mechanism. Meal amnesia causes us to forget what we've eaten after we've eaten it. In this case, we are motivated to continue eating, which allows us to survive. I mean, think about it. What did you have for dinner 3 Tuesdays ago? You'd probably have trouble remembering. And if you do remember, you are very impressive. But you probably have trouble remembering because we have something called meal amnesia, which causes us to forget what we've eaten. So by tracking your food, whether it be writing it down or taking photos of it, you're going to become more aware of what we call the BLTs, the bites, licks, and tastes of all the other little stuff that you're having. Magic weight loss tip number 3 is to go label-less. This sounds like a little bit of an innuendo now that I say it, but go label-less means eat food that doesn't have labels. There's a great quote, I think it's Dr. Furman. He says, the thing to know about nutrition labels is to eat food that doesn't have nutrition labels, because real food doesn't have ingredients. Real food is ingredients. These whole natural foods that don't have ingredients are very low in calorie density. Broccoli, apples, potatoes, all of these foods are high volume, low calorie, which means you can eat an abundance of them and actually feel satisfied, and you probably won't have gone over what your body's daily energy needs are. This is the beauty of unprocessed foods. They're naturally low in calories, they're very filling, they're high in fiber, they're high in water, they're nutrient dense, which means they are a recipe every single time, every single video. Without fail, they are a recipe for weight loss. Okay, can we not tear up my couch? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Hey, that is a brand new couch. Parenting done right. I'll be dropping my parenting book next month. Magic weight loss tip number 2 is to stay off the scale. Our weight is a reflection of so many things. Our bones, our water weight, our glycogen stores, food in transit, intracellular water, extracellular water, spasms of our colon. So many things go into the number that we see on the scale, and people are much too reliant on it. let me show you this incredible photo from a fitness blogger who shows what her body looked like at different weights. Muscle weighs more than fat, which means that if you are gaining muscle, the number on the scale is going to go up. Additionally, the number on the scale can change 5 to 10 pounds from day to day. It's incredible the fluctuations that you can see in water weight based on hormones, what you ate the day before, the exercise that you did the day before. If you go and work out, your muscles are going through micro tears, and those micro tears need glycogen in order to recover. Glycogen needs water in order to be stored, which means the day after a workout, the number on the scale is probably going to be higher because your muscles are repairing. So people will say, the workout's making me fat, or they'll eat potatoes and your glycogen stores are up, and the next day they'll say potatoes make you fat. It's just a reflection of water, so please don't be a scale monkey. Because what tends to happen when you're a scale monkey is you see the number on the scale go up and you say, what I did yesterday doesn't work, so now I'm gonna screw the diet and I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. And then inevitably you experience weight gain, you go back on the diet, you see the diet doesn't work, and you're on this hamster wheel just running in circles. And then my number one tip is to focus on how you feel over what the number on the scale says. This allows you to drop from your head and into your body. If you're going to use a number to define you, then I would encourage you to do some soul searching to discover what it is that makes you valuable and worthy outside of what your weight is. Who you are is not a reflection of what your weight is or what you look like or what your body looks like. Who you are is a reflection of your morals and your values. And our body is the shell that we experience life in, and we need to make sure that that shell is healthy. Always value health and how you feel over what the number on the scale says. Because as I always say, when you focus on health, you lose weight as a side effect. But when you focus on weight loss, you lose health as a side effect because you lose your mind and you go crazy. And people will say, well, Emmie, but what about the food? How am I gonna change my food? I want these magic food weight loss tricks. Tell me more about the food. What do I need to eat? This is so much deeper than just the food. Oftentimes, it's not just what you're eating, but it's what's eating you. And yes, I advocate for a whole foods plant-based diet, and I put a lot of emphasis on the actual food that goes into my body and the bodies of my clients. But we can't just stop there. I can't just give you a meal plan and say, hey, good luck. There's a lot more going on here that we have to address. And that's what today's video was geared toward. If you're still watching, then comment magic so that I know that you're watching and I know that you're one of my healthy honeys. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next one.